Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're live once again, and it is my birthday today. Woo! I thought I might have had a button for that, but I guess I don't have a button for that. It's my birthday today, guys. I am 21 again, as Nettie says. Yes, 21 again. Still 21. Still very youthful and full of vigor and full of life. And yeah, so I figured, what better way to celebrate my birthday than to fire up a stream and play some spin and goes, which are going to go so well today. We're definitely not going to run super bad all day again because it's my birthday. Let's take a look at our results so far this year. All right, so over here we have a look at our chip results from the start of the year, filtered specifically for spin and goes. We are making progress, as in we're playing volume towards our $250,000 total. However, we definitely need to improve in the EV department. We've been kind of in the doldrums. It's been kind of boring, and I'm kind of bored of it. So let's try and make a dent in this. Let's have a big upswing, and let's get the confidence back, and let's do all those good things. Thank you, everyone who came to hang out with me today. Brian Nicholson on YouTube, always here from the start. Thank you so much. Hello, Nettie. Hello, Raksha. Hello, Tom. Hello, Ed. How you guys doing? Thank you for coming to hang out on my birthday. We are going to play $25 spinning goes today, if it wasn't obvious, and we are going to track all of our progress as such. And yeah, I think that's the long and short of it. There's really not much else to add today, guys. I am still speaking with GTO Wizard about getting the GTO Wizard re-upped in the most cost-efficient way possible. Once we get that resolved, we'll return to doing our session reviews a little bit more. If not, I'll probably just pay for it anyway, and we'll do it anyway. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. $25 games. Let's go. Hey, Zintex in the chat. Hello, buddy. Thank you, mate. A little bit of birthday run good. Is that too much to ask? A little bit of birthday run good would be fine. The boost run good, yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do. Beside the side, thank you for the HBDs. HBDs. Okay, we did roll very low here, guys. So we are going to take this one to Blufftown. We are going to take this one to Blufftown with the 10-7. We do flop pretty good. I think there's probably a pretty good justification for doing something like this, and we can call the shove if we need to. For the most part, I expect to see a bluff on that flop quite often. All right, so a little blind v blind action here against the unknown player. We have a hand that we're definitely going to want to play here. And 2 5s at this point with the shallower stack depths, I think are better. It's better as a jam. Pure Gill, what's up? Thank you for the happy birthdays. Thank you again to Gilly for joining me yesterday. Off stream, we had a very good little Baldur's Gate session. That is the most fun I've ever had playing Baldur's Gate. And it also is the first time I played Baldur's Gate on the new monitor. And I have to say the experience is night and day. Night and day. I felt much more immersed. I was way more into the vibes. It was glorious. And my computer finally flexing its muscles here a bit. Dunbar, thank you for the happy birthdays. Sleepy Old Dog, thank you for the happy birthdays. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Me and Gil will be playing more of that offline, I think. Maybe even online, and sometimes we could do a stream. But it was a giggle. And it looked so good on the screen, guys, honestly. Once I had the settings dialed in, it was like magnificent. Decided to go for Bard if anyone's interested. Went for Bard, went for a School of Lore Bard. And we were kicking ass. Killed an owlbear. It's great. All right, the ace and the deuce. Let's do it. 6 and a tray, no good. Lawyer Hansen, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the Graph Gang, buddy. How you going? And the queen and the deuce here still limping against a top $25 reg. Probably a little bit of betting, a little bit of checking here. We do have a decent kicker with our deuce. Let's put in the bet here. We are supposed to bet our bottom pairs sometimes, and it usually skews towards the spots where we actually have a decent kicker to go with it. The goblin camp fight going to be crazy on that mod. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Tom is saying, I forgot to ask you I forgot if I asked or you answered yesterday, but did you get a second monitor to the massive one? No, I don't have a second monitor. I mean, I have other monitors that I could do that with. This is going to be one of these. I need to go back and study my sizings here. Again, yeah, this is fine. So I haven't attached another monitor, no. And I mean, to be honest, Tom, the idea is the only thing that it's probably going to be relevant for is going to be for in gaming streams. Because it just so happens that if I'm gaming, I kind of want to play on the full-size monitor. Now, I can use quadrants of the monitor to replicate the same thing, but then it's not the best experience from my side. I'd rather play it full screen and then have a laptop open with the chat or whatever. That's the only thing I would need the extra monitor for. It's totally possible to do it all on one big monitor, though. But like the aspect ratio and stuff works better if you're playing it full screen. All right, we're shoving a king and a 6 versus a limp here. Very nice. Not really much else to do. This is just the move. All right, so before we go down this rabbit hole, guys, let me close this up. I'm going to close PokerStars as well. And let's take another look at this spot here. So this year, last hand played was King 6. And this is the replay if you guys didn't just see the hand. Limp at 8.5 big blinds effective, shoving King 6. Now, let's take a look at some chart material. So this is the NWTV chart pack, not for use during play or when you are logged in, of course. PokerStars is closed, so we can do some study. So images, heads up, big blind versus limp at 8.5. Let's take a look at 8 and 9. Here is the range. King 6, if not shove, large ISO, 9 big blinds, 100% jam. We are still running into it here. All right, let's 5 stars again. Hey, Louie, what's up? Good to see you. You're expecting a full-on couch stream? I'm not opposed to it, but I need to spend some time to set it up properly because I couldn't see what anyone was doing or saying. Or it was comfortable though. All right, we're logged in again. Let's fire another game. PokerStars is not. Oh, what happened? That was weird. There we go. It's not remembering the sizing. I need to save this somehow. All right, let me see if I can save a new layout so it snaps that way. Let's do table set. Oh, I can only do it on multi. Okay. Should remember if I do close properly, I should remember it. Get 2 of the massive ones in a super strong stand. Problem saved. We'll just get 2 Samsung Arcs. I hope it makes you happy. All All right, we want some action with the nines. Brian Nicholson says, "Happy birthday, mate. I'm 36. I am 36 week today, but the crazy part is my grandson is 1 on the 10th month next month. I don't know what's going on. Life is fun." What? I am 36 week today. Your grandson is 1 on the 10th of next month. So, okay, so you're 36 this week as well. You're 36 this week today, and your grandson is 1 on the 10th of next month. That's wild. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Mr. Blue. Yep, Ace-8's definitely got to be a call here. Interesting turn. Yeah, that would definitely do my neck in the end, Tom. This is probably a call. I'm going to mark this one for review, but I think the ace tray of diamonds has to go here. So let's put that in the review category. Pretty sure that's got to go. I mean, especially with this guy being so short, the shoving range gets a lot wider. Tom says, "I know you mentioned getting one for OBS in chat." Yeah, I mean, OBS can run in the background. That's fine. I don't need to really observe OBS too much while I'm streaming once it's all set up for the gaming aspect of it. The tricky thing is, or the annoying thing is, the way that when I tried to fire Path of Exile, it's not capturing the game like as a game capture. So you have to capture the whole desktop, which isn't ideal. You usually want to just capture what you want to view. There might be a way to fix it, but I haven't looked into it. Louis would love some action with some nines. Wouldn't we all, buddy? All right, we are very shallow. All right, I guess we're bluffing, guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If he bets the flop and checks the turn, he can still hero call the river, but I think we have a lot of fold equity here. Shoving is how we make it look the most believable as well. I bet you the small bet works really well too, but it's probably not balanced. All right, my opponent has 3 big blinds. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong when they have 3 big blinds, eh? He doubled up to over 6 big blinds. So we have a chance. Oh, no. No, under 6 big blinds now. Under 6 big blinds, we're in trouble. This ain't a good hand. This is not a good hand. Jack high for the win. Accurate. Accurate statement, just not mine. Checks back Jack 10 of diamonds there. That's interesting. Definitely expecting him to take a more aggressive line with Jack 10 of diamonds there usually. Oh. Oh. Cinco de Mayo. This guy's got a great username, by the way. Dave the Dave 89. Is he a 1989 guy like me? Maybe it's Dave's birthday too. Whoa. All right, Dave. Calm down, mate. Calm down, Dave. Probably not quite. Dave the Dave. Give me lip over here. Dave the Dave, limping the button for 10 bigs. I'm thinking we might get away with this quite often. Let's give it a shot. Dave the Dave. Wow. Absolute bottom of the deck stuff here. Okay. Given the draw-heavy nature of the turn, I think probably just getting the chips in now is best. It's only a smidge more. Right, so at the $50 spin, we're just going to go with the push here. The 7-6 offsuit all in, definitely approved. Ocho. No folds, though. I'm afraid that we find ourselves, once again, incapable of getting folds. At least the pre-flop ones. Yo! It is Fur Four Spades. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're playing for $100. I do know this player on the right. In fact, probably should get a label at some point. It is my birthday today, Undersea Monkey. Yes, it is. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness, we are struggling with these games. The unknown player is going to take a shot here. Okay. We are struggling. I would say probably technically this is a call against the reg. That works. Let's put that one in the review category as well. I'm pretty sure that against the jam, we're still calling. We end up dominating a fair amount of the weak aces that jam there. But I'm pretty sure against somebody that we recognize, we have to call. Small pairs, some very weak ace offsuit aces. For sure will be in there. Sometimes some suited connectors as well. Against an unknown though. Need to be a bit more careful because they'll just be like way stronger than you expect. Yep, wish me luck. 8-5 of hearts is approved. Running sevens is good. Heads up against the unknown for $100. I'm sure we can make this work, right, guys? The pure min raise. I think we're actually too shallow to even experiment there. This one is going to be approved, though. We're getting action. We are literally just going to do a smidge over one big blind on this board, but we're going to give up most of the time if anything else happens. That's kind of the reaction we expect here on the monotone board. That's why this small bet is so effective. Should be a pretty easy bet flop. And the king queen suited, we are going to put in a raise to 2.2. Interesting board now. I do anticipate we end up having the best hand here a lot of the time. I think this is probably the best course of action. Again, probably not a line that we would necessarily take against a reg, but it probably is still going to be extra effective against this player. Thank you for the happy birthdays, guys. Richillatin. Thanks, man. Dankle, thank you. Odyssey Monkey, thank you again. Hopefully some Poker King as well. All right. That was weird. Nice. All right, $100. We won $100. Uh-oh, it's Douglas Smith again. We got our friend Douglas Smith in the mix again. He's sitting out, apparently. Okay, interesting. Oh, he's back. Now, a couple of ochos. Given the fact that we have a note about this guy, let's sneak in a trap here. There we go. Note taking for the win. Note taking for the win. Doesn't get any better than Queen 10 of Diamonds, does it, chat? Doesn't get any better than Queen 10 of Diamonds. Man, this game is really hard when they always have a pair. It's really hard to beat this game when they always have a pair. Okay, we go again. Doc Taka, thank you. That's nice. Getting birthday wishes on the tables is cool. Oh, yes, we must try and win occasionally. I'm looking forward to the 6 months we're about to enjoy. I'm looking forward to the 6 months that we are about to enjoy, where every time I'm all in, they always fold. Should be a good board to do a one big blinder on. We do manage to hit an ocho. Huh. Well, we can beat a 3. Andy is defending that big blind very wide there. 4 tray off. That stacked up seems a little bit wild to me. But then again, Andy probably just knows that I am a complete fish and he can make it work no matter what. It's the only thing that makes sense. Now rake it in. See, Andy, 4 tray off, little 4 tray off action. No. Ace-9 with the clubs. Pretty much impossible to lose. Pretty much impossible to lose that one. You just almost when I came to rake it in. 2 big blinds in a dream coming back now. All right, on to the next one. All right. What's up, Pie Face Poker in the chat? Hello. My good friend, Mason Pie. I miss you, buddy. I actually miss Pie. I usually get a chance to hang out with Pie most New Year's Eves. We had a bit of a tradition. We were hitting that every year. I even had my Pie fix. I'm hoping to see him soon. Pie, please tell me that you will be in attendance at the Irish Open. I mean, you would be insane not to. Wasn't there going to be loads of mixed games? A chance for Pie to shine. A chance for Pie to glisten. For example, when I hit a 10 on this turn. Uh, 8-7 definitely goes here. 6-5 suited. It's too slightly too deep. I think it's 8-7 suited is a push there. 6-5 suited is a fold. I think. Mark that one for review. So I wrote it on the page and I let it burn. I don't remember this one. It says, I said I would go if I podium this leaderboard. I mean, that's just a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Deciding whether or not you're going to go to the poker event of the year based on results on a leaderboard, it's not professional pie. A man of your stature and skill should be there purely on the basis that it's a good opportunity for you to succeed in mixed game poker. Yeah, exactly. You can just come play the mixed games. I think you should just be there no matter what and stop being a baby. Stop being a Mason pie. Oh my God! Bottom of the deck! You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, well, we're getting through some volume at least, guys. We are currently just on the brink of 1,500 games. We're right on the cusp of 1,500, which puts us probably about 700 behind pace by the end of March, January, February, March. So 700, if we want to be at about 2,400 games by the end of March. Obviously, we can make up that time quite easily, but turn up, play a game, drink Guinness, go home. I mean, it really is as simple as that. I don't know what to tell you, Pi. It is that simple. Let's go! Send the ace-9. RC Monkey says, trouble for me is I don't fly, and getting to Holyhead for the ferries as an extra day each way from where I live. Do you have a fear of flying, or what's another alternative? Hot air balloon. And the trains cost about the same as the main event buy-in. Oh, mate, you're telling me. Woo! Train fares are absolutely absurd, mate. All right. We have a 9 and a 7. There is a chance we're supposed to lead at this board. Hmm. Hmm. What did I got? He has a 6 here. Fantastic. We got lucky. He's got a 6. I'm running like God. Hear that sound? That's the universe backing down. All right, let's take him to town, ladies and gentlemen. 2 incredibly live cards. All right. Feels good to book some wins once in a while. Now, if we could just get some games without 2 regs. It's not too much to ask. It's not too much to ask. The best way to get to island is just to swim. That also works. Not a fear so much as I cannot bear the experience. Last time I flew was EPT Madrid in 2019. I almost couldn't get on the return flight. I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not trying to diminish your experience. That wasn't a because you had, I was disagreeing with you. I think probably in the grand scheme of things, though, the is more to do with the fact that I think you could, the flight just to Ireland will be so quick, and the chances of it going wrong are so small. And if it does go wrong, it's like when your flights get messed up and you're coming from Singapore, it's an absolute nightmare because there's so many other things that need to get organized, and there's so much that can go wrong, and lots of waiting, several days of waiting potentially, blah, blah, blah. If your flights from Ireland don't work out, it'll get sorted and you'll be home in no time. Worst case scenario, you have a few more Guinness. The Guinness at Dublin Airport. I've had very mixed experiences. I've had very, very mixed experiences with this guy being this short. Yeah, okay, then the 2x multi. In the airport, I have had both very good Guinness and awful Guinness, and actually, I think it was the Guinness bar where it tasted not particularly good. I'm going to mark this for review as well, but I'm pretty sure the 9-7 is just a push there. The guy in the big blind is so short. And we are already probably very close to a suited connector push at that stack depth. Like I said, guys, we will do proper review sessions again soon. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Mac. He says that it's not a fear thing, though. Have a few bets before for the Dutch courage. Beside the side. All right, we're getting walks. My friend has no chips. But when he does have chips, he's got me dominated. Oh! I'm so bored of this. Yes, it's nice to get lucky, but I'm not concerned about getting lucky. I'm concerned about the frequency at which we are putting it in against the dominator every time. Oh my god, fucking 4 big blinds deep, and they just have me dominated no matter what I have. The perfect domination situations. They're like, oh, side call. I guess I've got 10-7. I guess I have to gamble. I've got 2 big blinds. We got 8-7. Okay, I see what you're saying. The actual physical experience of the flight. I understand. Okay, cool. Sorry, I misunderstood. Let me see. Yeah, hey, look, I feel for you, man. And like, sometimes, you know, a negative experience can very negatively impact on your perception of it, you know, into the future, especially if you had a scary experience. La 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 la. Not quite. But what I would say is it's gonna be so good. I am actually 11 out of 10 excited. I am actually 11 out of 10 excited for this trip, and I know so many people going on this trip. It's gonna be absolutely insane. It's gonna be another one of those trips where I go, I'm really excited about the poker, and it's gonna be like, how much poker did you actually play? Well, not much, because we were doing this, and that, you know. It's not a 10 of justice. It's murdering my graph. I've got EV variance right now, and it's pissing me off. Give the guy 3 big blinds, and he's always dominating me at the end of a game. It's like, it's actually harmful for chips. It might be 3 big blinds, but if it's at the end of the game, it's tons of chips. We've run into jacks, queens, kings, aces more in the last 5 sessions than in my entire life. And king, queen, king, jack is lull. We are calling a shove here if we need to. All right, we got to gamble with this guy here. You got to gamble with him. Got a gamble door. Odyssey Monk says, fuck the graph, look at the money. You have to play results. Oh my God. Play the results. Woo! You can't buy Guinness with Chippy V. Many would disagree with that statement, Pi. Many. Many people would disagree with that statement. But you know what you can buy with Chippy V? Restekpa. R-E-S-T-E-C-P. Do you even know what that spells? R-E-S-T-E-C-P. Do you even know what that spells? Restekpa? Whatever. Oh, he's got queens! He's got 1.5 big blinds, he's got queens! Yes. Any two cards here. Restekpa. R-E-S-T-E-C-P. Do you even know what that spells? You've all got to stop cussing each other. Hey, you've all got to stop cussing each other. R-E-S-T-E-C-P. Do you even know what that spells? It's not very comfortable. Aretha Franklin. All right, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. All right. We found ourselves in these situations before, chat. We played a lot of poker in our time. Spent a lot of time playing this wild game that we call Texas Hold'em. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. All right. There's one thing that I've learned this year. Never underestimate the power of the ginger shot. Slosha. That's spicy. All right, cool. Nice game. Hyper Viper, you're right. Yeah, that's fair. It is fair. I want both. It's true. I want both. We got our throwables back, Printle. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing 2. We're doing 2. I feel invigorated. I feel powerful. The power of Le Ginger. I was high and alone in the desert sun. Ginger shot good, Danko. That's right. Okay. Powered by Ginger Shots. I know. I know. I was high and alone in the desert sun. Oh, getting the walk feels good here. 9 and a 7's got to run here. We got to run this one. Run it all the way. Getting a fold to be so sweet. Oh, powered by Ginger Shots, baby. Heads up against the world champion Printle, number 7, the official. And we're going to tramp him as well. The official Printle tramp. Snap. The official Printle snap. We must be pretty close to unlocking our next throwable as well. We got to play another 250 games, 220 games. My baby let me out to dry. Sweet. Jack and a 7. Ginger shot for the win. I mean, all jokes aside, guys, legitimately a ginger shot does just make me feel way better. It actually is very healing. It's invigorating. It's powerful. Nature's medicine. Nature's medicine for a broken heart. That's how I feel right now. Brokenhearted. I feel like this game has betrayed me. After everything I've done for Spinning Goes. After everything I've done for this game. It betrays me like this. It's outrageous. Print alt. I think we probably actually get into a fair amount of trouble there versus the min raise. We're very short here. The min raise of that stack depth from a reg is quite scary. This will be a clear push though. Big deal, O'Neill. Thank you very much for the good lucks. By the way, if you want to join us in our next Baldur's Gate session, let me know. You can jump in and jump out, I'm told. 6, 7. I think this is 8, 7, and not 6, 7. I might be wrong. This has come up twice. The 6, 7 spot has come up twice at 8 and 9 big blinds effective. So after this game, let's do a little pause and just double check that one because it's going to annoy me. Rental. All right. It's our turn to have jacks, and I'm happy. Makes me happy. Chips and EV, and this one as well. Heinz and Beck, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out today. I hope you're well. Let me know if you got any questions about what we're doing here. Apart from absolutely crushing because we've had our ginger shots and it was delicious. New rule, I'm doing a ginger shot at the start of every session. No. These are interesting ones. Those are the spots where the player's forced all in on the left. The King 7 jam, I think, is very good. I think that's what we would do as well. Trapping King Jack here is fine. 9.5 big blinds is mandatory. Beautiful hand. Sounds good, mate. Drop us a message when you're going to jump on. Sure thing, dude. Big deal. Remind me. I've got you on Discord, right? We used Discord when we chatted last time, right? For golf. It's our turn to have the hands, baby. Ginger shots. All right. It's 1.5 big blinds. It's 1.5 big blinds. Majestic. Let's go. Martinas, hello. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Hope you're well. We showed that Printle who's boss. Didn't we, chat? Okay, cool. Yeah, Discord's a good chat. That's so me and Gilly were on Discord, so that actually works out perfectly because we can all chat there rather than trying to do it in game. But yeah, so we got off the Nautiloid against this guy. Should we try and do? Let's try and do this. Let's try and do this. Let's try and do this. So we got off the Nautiloid. We cleared that one main sort of dungeon that's just as you're on the beach there. And then we got Gale. We killed some goblins. We got into the grove. And then we killed an owlbear. But our characters are actually starting to develop a bit now. We're starting to get some levels. So that's the fun bit. Gilly is playing Paladin for the first time, and this is the first time he's become an Oathbreaker, which I've never seen any of that dialogue before, so that was really cool that the replayability is there for different characters. The 10-6 is definitely a push here, by the way, chat. Go home. We've had our ginger shot, the power of the ginger shot. That was always coming. Now, Printle the rematch. See, I got him all off guard now. He doesn't know if I'm giving him the emote to call. He doesn't know if that's a call emote or a troll emote. The mind games are serious at in this level. Serious business between me and Printle. Me and Printle, serious business. Smash an ace-5. I mean, we can't lose. We got king high and a straight draw. King high for the win. I'm going to bluff the river. I'm actually going to bluff the river. Chat, the ginger The ginger shots are kicking in. The ginger shots. This is insane, guys. The power coursing through my veins right now. This is insane. I have activated a completely new area of my brain. I have activated a new part of my brain, and the ginger shots are giving me infinite power right now. King of flips though. Okay, this is definitely a good lead. Got Printle right where we want him. Right where we want him, chat. Yeah, 5 big blinds, Mac. And you know what 5 big blinds is? It's less than 6 big blinds. And you know what that means? Come on, chat. We can do it. We can do it. Chat! Okay. Oh, sorry. I've turned this on again. Sorry. Okay. So here's the thing, chat. We ran bad there. But what I would say is it did feel like that was a great game for us, despite losing important all-ins. And that little maneuver with the king six, it's got my confidence pretty high right now. Well, I feel like we deserve that game. Yep, scammed back. Unfortunately scammed. Great game for us, though. The ginger shots are giving me power. Sixes. We are doing much better here all of a sudden. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Said next game, please. I'm ready now, so stay with me. All right. More regs to battle. Let's go. See if I care. More regs to battle. Not much of an answer there. 10 big blinds, blind v blind. Pretty straightforward. Give him ace eight of spades. Ace eight of spades here. That's not right. That's not right. Let's min raise this one. Nothing here for us. And if you go, she's in. wind. But if you fold your cards, that's okay. If you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if it don't, you don't have to tell me. Ooh, chips in the middle of the world so brutal. Come on, baby. Ace Jack all day long, baby love. That's right, baby love. All right, more regs. Just got to battle regs all day. We have a flush draw. And it's the kind of board that our opponents can attack quite aggressively. 2 big blinds, interesting. We did not make our flush. Would anticipate fun to barrel turn here quite aggressively, does not. Okay, interesting. This is probably the best course of action. We should have way more deuce X than our opponents. And I suppose this would be the best course of action if we had a deuce, so we're going to keep it balanced. $8.6 grams of sugar. 8.6 grams of sugar per 100 mil. It's quite sugary. No. Hello, we in the chat. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to take this one to here in the 3x multi. Yep, definitely a push. The trick is to not run into a dominating ace. That's a good trick when you can do it. Let's go queen. Can't call here. Here is a hand that we will not be folding. We even managed to put the chips in slightly better here. No good with the all-in. We put the chips in good again though, which is nice. It's generally what we're trying to do. All right, so we're making a very small dent here. If we could just get a couple really, really nice games going for us here, we might start to get out of this downswing. Interesting. Yeah. Very nice. The lead on the ace 4-4, I'm honestly not sure about. Like, literally could just be a 4, I suppose. Could do it with diamonds, I guess. Not really sure what you're supposed to be doing it with. Oh, that's disappointing. All right, against the unknown player here. Yep, seems good. We'll put that in the review pile as well, but I'm pretty sure that one goes. Don't even think it's close. All right, cool. Next game, please. More spinning goes, if you would, please. Excuse me, sir. More spins, please. Excuse me. More spinning goes, please. Two unknown players. Unfortunately, the 2x multiplier, which means we're not going to get as many opportunities to enjoy this moment. Not what we're looking for here in the 2x multiplier. Yeah, I think Jack Deuce is fair here. I think a Jack and a Deuce is okay. Unknown player. Let's try and limp a little bit more. I say unknown player. We have played a bit with this guy. Might be worth some protection. Might be worth some protection here. Bam, bam, 7.25 big blinds. 7 tray is usually a fold here, by the way, guys, but we're going to try and be sneaky. Same again. Not ideal. Also not a particularly ideal spot either, but we get to see a flop for cheap. I don't think we can have much of a move here. Queen 10, we're going to limp. If he pushes, we're going to call. So far, we have seen a fair amount of aggression from this gentleman. Probably enough to justify the move. Pretty good turn. Interesting, because it's kind of like what he's doing is repping the hand that we have. Spades might be an issue here, but I think with the 10 in our hand as well, we have extra protection against him doing the same thing with the 10. 7 of spades is not a great card. Why are we checking on the 7 of spades? All right, we do manage to get a small amount of value from a random jack. He has the jack of spades here. Kind of I was hoping that he was going to continue to rep the queen, but the spades obviously complicate things a little bit. Okay, it's got to go. Very standard stuff here at the end. And in the 2x multiplier in particular, it's not a spot we're ever going to miss. You can see the equity there is almost 50-50 pre. We lose very little in EV. Free roll. Okay. I'm going to have to look up this one. I'm pretty sure the 9-7 is a defend here pre. Checks the turn. This is an interesting spot. This guy is very capable. We've seen this guy bluffing a lot and very aggressively. Okay. Lovely. All right, let's mark that one for review as well. 9-7 might just be a smidge wide to defend their pre anyway in the first place. That's what I want to double check. Limp the ace-6 of spades. We'll call a push here if we need to. With this particular combo, we're going to do this. Nice, we do get paid with the quads. He calls us with a king here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're not folding a king. That's a bit of a cold deck for our friend Levko. This is an interesting one. I don't anticipate our opponent has a queen here very often. I don't know if they do this with the jack, and we have the 9 blocker for the 9-10. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, call on the turn was good. Kind of anticipating he did have a fair number of bluffs. He just ends up having the luck box, chop, river. Which is fair enough. I like the initiative. I actually quite like the line from this player. Just annoying that we're in a good place here. We're in a good headspace, and we are assessing the situation very accurately, and we're calling with a lot of equity on that turn. I say equity. We're calling with what we know to be the best hand very often. And he has to hit that for a chop. There's a good chance he might even commit to the jam in the event that he doesn't get there. And we were probably going to call. Tell you one thing, chat. It's hard to win EV when your opponent's river the chop. Hey, Erwin, what's up? Good to see you. Okay. We play on. How's it going so far today? We're winning a little EV. I think we're playing pretty well. Just not really making too much progress. Still stuck in the doldrums here. Called your number, but I couldn't find the words. Okay. Woke up this morning with a tear in my eyes and a cloud in my mind. I had to get it right. Still waiting for the 100x, Tom. I know. I feel like we've been also getting quite a high frequency of the lowest multis, which of course happens often, but I feel like some of the games where we've had a good opportunity against two weaker opponents, I feel like we've had a couple games where we could have won a fair amount off those players, but the 2x multis kind of just denied the opportunity. There's just not enough there's just not enough time and not enough chips in those games to really make them shine unless they get coolered pretty hard or they make a massive mistake in the short time you have to play. Let's put this in call. Yeah, Erwin, we're streaming from my living room for the time being. The office space that we were using before is going to be renovated into the new office, and all of this will get moved into the new space. Erwin, if you didn't see it as well, I upgraded my setup recently. I got a new monitor and I think it looks really good. It's going to look good in the new office. Just for effect. I mean, it's nice to make quads, don't get me wrong, guys, but G-bus. Oh, man. Just cannot avoid the late game coolers. How are we supposed to win EV in these environments, guys? How am I supposed to look like a poker genius when they fold them? They fold all the way down to like 3 bigs, and then they just have kings, aces, tens, jacks. Anyway, progress. All right, I've got to do, my my post today, guys. All right, we're gonna make this 2.5 to go. Quads twice though, yeah, fair play. We have had quads. In fact, have we had quads three times today? Stop running into dominating hands. Nick, come on. You're so much better than this. You are so much better than this. You need to stop running like trash. Oh, it's such a huge pickup at non-showdown. That is such a huge pickup at non-showdown. What is this? What is this move? No, don't do that, buddy. Man, do not 3x open to King 7 here. All right. Thanks for the happy birthday, Denfist. Good to see you. Wow. Wow. We are gambling today, my friend. Yes, very good. Very, very good. Very good. Omega punting in the extreme. He's gonna give us another shot in a minute, his name. He's gonna give us a shot. Can we wake up with a hand? All right, comeback territory. Here we go. Comeback territory all the way. Come back all the way. All the way back from the brink here. All the way back from the brink. Nine big blinds in a dream. 9 big blinds in a dream. Nine big blinds in a dream. Justice for the stream for the $50. It's a good note, isn't it, Tom? Nice hand, nice hand, nice hand. All right, 10x multi. Let's see if we can actually do some damage here. Right, 10x multiplier. We're good at these. We are famously very, very good at these, chat. Historically famous at winning 10x multipliers or higher. as in the history books. Wow, what a run out. Certified Hood Classic. All right, so okay, all right, cool. 2.5 bigs, 9-4, definitely a call. We're being checked too. That's interesting. No bet flop, no bet turn. This is concerning because it does start to feel like he might have, you know, pocket eights and stuff like that. If he has ace high, he'll just check here. Or, sorry, a high card, I should say, not necessarily exactly ace high. We might have missed a bet there on the river, but no. I mean, if we're being completely strict with ourselves, the check is obviously not that bad. Of course, we have a 4. It's not that big of a deal, but after he plays the hand the way he does, I do think that he probably does value bet 8s or 9s on that river. So actually, in reality, I think we probably should be value betting ourselves because he does end up having the high card a lot of the time there. So just slow it down. I think we missed a beat there. Not just because we saw the hand, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that he has a high card on the river. I know I said ace high, but you guys know what I mean. Pure Gill, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Graph Gang, mate. All right, heads up. Heads up. Let's go. 25 big blinds and 3-minute blinds. I know, isn't it such a treat, Tom? Speciality, come on. Okay, so we are at the 3-bet jam segments. Wow, yeah, min-raise call queen 10 here. Going for it. Fair play, yeah. We're not that far ahead, but it is annoying. 10x multiplier, and we got a second place. So second place, guys, we do end up getting $50, so we do make a slight profit. Min raise call queen 10 here, probably fair enough. One thing that I would like to look up before we continue, though, is I think we are 3-betting ace jack off. I think we're 3-betting this all in, and then we're 3-betting ace jack suited not all in. So I'm going to close PokerStars really quick, and we're going to fire up a review really quick. Just so while it's still fresh in my mind, so I'm improving here as we play. Okay, so let me open the spot. All right, so guys, just a reminder again, PokerStars is closed. We're doing a quick review offline. So min raise at 17 effective, 3-bet jam ace jack off. I think if I remember the range correctly, we 3-bet jam almost all of our offsuit aces. Like literally ace deuce off, probably 3-bet jam here, and then ace jack suited is going to be a 3-bet not all in. What's the size? What's the size before we look? Probably 5 big blinds. I think the 3-bet is to 5. Let's double check. So this is the NWTV chart pack. Images, heads up in the big blind versus min raise, and we're looking at 17 exactly. Yeah, okay, cool. So as anticipated, the 3 bets all here, like I said, all the way down to ace deuce off is a 3-bet not all in. Ace jack suited starts to creep into the 4.5, so we would have 3-bet a bit too big there. But we are thinking about this along the right lines. We have the right idea in our mind about what we are 3-betting not all in here. It's a very thin range. Some offsuit kings to balance at a very, very low frequency. Offsuit queens, low frequency. And then obviously these better Broadway hands are going to be really good candidates to be not all in with. 4.5. So we got the size slightly wrong, but the idea is correct. Okay. Hi, hello, yo. Yeah, $250 burger. 50 is not bad for second, but okay. Anyway, let's fire up stars again. And let's play more poker. It's not remembering the size. That's really annoying. Oh, it's Nazgul! Keeping me sane in the car is pure dead out here. But once again, confirmation of our pre-flop mastery. Whether or not we hold up is not in our control. I am and then we'll call a river bet. We actually outkick some of the queens that he defends here. Part and parcel to why I think the check is better than the barrel turn. We do probably get one more street if we barrel in the same fashion, but if we check, we obviously control it when he does turn up with an ace very rarely. He shouldn't have an ace there that often, though. But we're Our brains are in the right place here. Right, Nazgul, one of the best to have ever done it. Nazgul, friend of the stream as well. Can we defeat the world famous Nazgul? Rattlesnake speed. Nazgul, way too powerful. Can we tramp Nazgul for real? My baby left me out to dry. I was hanging alone in the desert sun. So, Ace Jack. We must win. Ooh, that ace 10 would have been nice for 4 bigs. 6-5's got to go here as well. They always have a monster when we put them all in here. They always have a monster for 3.5 big blinds. Spin and go, champion of the universe. I know my baby left me out to dry. I was high and alone in the desert sun.
Why is poker so fucking hard?
Ah! Brian Nicholson says, lucky you get second place money in the 10X. I've been on Paddy Power Twisters spins lately. They have an Age of God version. 5 bigs starting winner take all, even in the 100X no deals. It's real fun. That sounds kind of wild. That sounds pretty wild, bro. I know that I can't see why. Anyway, you guys will note that despite the difficulties that we're experiencing, we're still out here blasting. We're still out here smashing the chips in the middle. Look at this. Queen on the flop. I'm not even bothered. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Not phased. Not phased in the slightest. Not concerned. Not concerned. Just another day in the office. Just another day. This fucking shop. Just another day in the office for me, baby. You can't scare me that easy. Never scared. Nicholas never scared Walsh. That's what they called me in high school. And think about how much older I am now. I'm even less scared than I was in high school. I'm even less scared than I was in high school. And I wasn't scared in high school. Shallow stack poker at its finest. 200 chips. I mean, it's easily done when you're running hot. Levko. I ain't never scared. 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 Max says I was playing all in or fold PLO on another site. It was quite fun. That sounds legit, man. PLO flips are pretty cool. Dominated twice. Story of my life. And the ace-8 plays? Fucking hell. This is outrageous behavior. Outrageous behavior there. Legitimately out here, just putting the chips in like a genius, 24/7. Not scared. Hey, Z-Cat, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Very cool of you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Tough games, guys. Tough games. These geezers are good, and they are everywhere. We need some soft games for once. Heads up, Levco. Heads up versus the Levco. Hey, Swedish Nature, how's it going, buddy? How are we dominated here? Fuck, dude. I mean, this is a mandatory call. Don't get me wrong, guys. But how in the actual fuck are we dominated in these spots? 2.5 big blinds. 6-4 diamonds. Beautiful hand. Great drawing hand. We don't usually have the best hand, but we have a ton of equity. Unless they have 6-5. It's actually insane. I can't stand it. Hope everything is good with you and looking forward to seeing you commentating more live events this year. It's Mose, by the way. Hello, Mose. Yes, mate. I'm very excited. I will be doing commentary in Ireland, I imagine. I think currently the plan is for me to fly to Ireland next Thursday. I'm going to play cards all week, all weekend, and then I will be doing commentary for the final couple days of the main event. And if you guys are thinking about going to Ireland, please get in touch with me. Let me know what your plans are, because I'd love to meet up with you guys in real life. I anticipate this trip is going to be an absolute banger. This trip is about to be huge. Oh my God, 2.5 big blinds, and we're dominated with 6-4 of diamonds. It is uncanny how often a sub 3 big blind stack, a sub 6 blind stack, sub 6 big blind stack has us locked. What the fuck? But you know what, guys? We're still out here. We're still grinding. We're still out here. We're still putting the chips in the middle. We're still building that graph. We're still losing flips.
Lost another flip. I might quit 15 times in a row. I'm so sick. Lost another flip. I might quit 15 times in a row. I'm so sick.
Next Thursday, Tom. So, Tom, I'm doing scoop coverage. I'm doing scoop coverage next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you guys can look forward to that, we're going to be covering, I believe, the high roller and the main event. With James and Joe, the whole team. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're playing, and then I'll be traveling on Thursday. 125. 125 big dollars. Good start with the flip. Oh, speaking of which, guys, I'm going to play this again really quick.
Lost another flip. I might quit.
Is the fire sorted out now?
I'm so sick. Lost another flip. I might quit 15 times in a row. I'm so sick.
Okay, it works. The fire was broken there for a little while. I'm not sure why. Or it was like the alignment was wrong. Baby, I'm all in. $125 on the line. Can we win it one more time? $125 on the line. Pretty good flop. So against the reg, this guy is a super reg, by the way. We're going to start with the one big blinder. Keep it balanced against the reg. See how crazy he wants to go. All right, he wants to rep the 5. This is usually going to be a really good spot for us. He can quite easily have a 5 himself. He's not going to have as many straight draws if we have an ace in our hand. So 4-6 is a possibility, obviously, but we're not going to be getting away from this hand when it's his intention to represent what we're holding. Wow. Okay. Worst possible run out. A lot of his bluff combos will contain 4x at the very minimum. But we do successfully manage to get some prof anyway. All right, we're going to trap ace queen here. It's pretty standard at around 9-ish big blinds. Good flop. Also the kind of flop where we might get some sort of hearts and straight draws and second pairs to check raise us once in a while. So start with the bet here, obviously. Get the jam. Yep. That was what we were making reference to there. Good trap. And really annoying turn. Jack high for the win. Jack high for the win. Well, we've known where we were. We've pretty much known where we were in every spot so far. We're still going to take a flop with the 10 deuce here. Deuce of diamonds in hand. Pair and flush draw now. Our opponent won't have as much queen X here, so this is usually going to be a pretty good spot on the turn for us. Deuce of diamonds. There's a good question as to whether or not we're folding any diamonds on this river. Our opponent really shouldn't have that many big diamonds to confidently value bet. So this will be more bluff heavy. Like the strongest value bets he's going to have here are 10 of diamonds, jack of diamonds. Like it's never the king of diamonds. So, yeah, that's fair enough. But I do think that probably this ends up being a lot more bluff heavy because there's so many other diamonds that aren't going to be as confident to lead and then get there. And we get unlucky anyway. We were beating him on the turn when we called. with a diamond blocker in our hand as well. Check raising this hand seems wrong. Calling it seems better. Ace of clubs is one of the worst cards in the deck. Not just because it's a scare card, but also because it completes the clubs. And also it's a perfect bluff card for our opponent now, which is just awful. We're going to start this as a min-raise. Pretty gross flop. It's almost like we have a straight. It's almost like we have a straight. We have a straight. That's what we're saying with this bet. We have a straight. That's what we're saying with this bet. We have a straight, and that's what we're saying. And that's what we're saying on the river as well. He can call us with a 7. He can call us with ace high. But I think this is still a pretty strong line. Fair enough. Fair enough. Again, we know exactly where we're at. We know what we're targeting. We know what we're trying to accomplish. And it's a good move. This is a tough spot, right? We have all of the components of what we kind of want here to try and make this move work. And, you know, it's a good call with a 7. Like I said, the 7 makes sense. The high cards make sense. These are the hands we're putting them on. If we end up slamming it in here and he turns up with a jack or an 8, I think we're making a considerable mistake. But we're reading the situation perfectly again. We're blocking the straight and we're committing to the move. What would we do with an 8 or a jack or a straight here? We do exactly the same thing. And all of this because we can't hold with top pair. All of this because we got in against a 4 deuce here and he turned to 5. Like, this is really hard, guys. I'm finding this difficult. We're playing good. We are playing good, guys. We were playing well. The poker today has been good. We are just not making it happen for some reason. Heads up, poker. Wow, snappy snap, huh? Great note here, guys. Snappy give upper. Snappy give upper. This is fine. Swedish Nature. I mean, maybe if I do, it'll be a one-off here and there. MTT's just spinning goes are my thing, you know. I think MTTs can be fun. I still play MTTs live, but really, I'm a cash player or I'm a spin player. This year, I would say in particular, my biggest focus is just going to be on spins. So. Maniac's Mansion, yeah, sure, of course you can. Go for it. Always happy to help. If it's something that's quite complex, it might be better on the Discord channel though. Just because it's easier for me to read and pay attention to it off stream. Welcome, by the way. Yep, gotta go. GG's for the $50. All right. Couple more games today. We'll wrap it for the Thursday birthday session, gang. While we are very, very, very slowly making some progress in the EV department today, still really feels like we're stuck here. Wow, big flop for Queen 3 of clubs. Big flop for queen 3 of clubs. Cool. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, sir. Honestly, guys, it's getting a bit ridiculous at this point. All right, so here it goes. A bunch of mates and I are playing live home games. One round, I'm on the river with another guy. He's in front of me, opens with a bet. I call the bet. He mucks his cards, refuses to show. It's my understanding that this is showdown. He has the last aggressor. He has to show when his action is called. He is citing WSOP rules that say something like you only have to show your hand when you want to compete for the pot. So, in short, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can pause for a sec. So in short, it's going to be house rules. So there are different rules in different jurisdictions, and I'm not an expert at any of this. Somebody like Kenny might be a better person to ask, as he would have actually been involved with the strict rules that are being enforced in tournament settings. So there are certain houses where if you get to showdown and your opponent asks to see your hand, then you must show. There are certain circumstances where if you're the last aggressor, then you have to show. There are certain circumstances where in tournament poker, you always have to show at showdown, regardless of whether or not you want to muck your hand. It's just going to be different for different situations. If it's something that you think will cause conflict in a home game, just have everybody agree what the rules are going to be ahead of time. I would say that generally speaking, in a home game setting, if somebody mucks their cards, you're just like, whatever. You know what I mean? This is actually one of the things that is a bit tricky for me, because one of the reasons why I really love poker is that it's played the same pretty much everywhere. Like, you might have different variants on poker, but that's not what I'm getting at. What I mean is, if you're playing Texas Hold'em, the rules are almost always exactly the same, except for these little sort of inconsistencies. It's a little bit like in pool, you know, certain houses have certain rules about 8 balls and stuff like that. And I think you just gotta know what the rule is for wherever you are. If you go into any card room, they should have a Bible that will tell you exactly what the rule is for that specific card room. If it's a home game, just agree with what you want to do before. I would say from an etiquette standpoint, often if the player is mucking and surrendering the pot to you without contesting the pot, it's usually good etiquette to just allow it. But I don't know. It's like you should be able to call them out for that some of the time if you want to. Baracker is asking, being a serial spins player, it should help when you eventually make it to the last 3 in a tournament. It'll definitely give you a big edge versus 99% of the field. Yes, absolutely. In particular, the heads up. So the 3-handed is a bit tricky because while having a basis in spinning goes will make you a much better 3-handed short stack player, with the ICM, the strategy that you employ pre-flop and post may be significantly different. So 3-handed is a bit trickier. Having said that, let's say that you get to the final 3 of an event and you feel like your opponents are like super experts on, ICM and late game poker. If you feel as though by adjusting to try and play a game that you're not well versed in, i.e., you're going to try and play, you're guessing at what the ICM will want you to do in these situations, you might open yourself up to being exploited more often by superior players, people that are just good at bluffing, people that are good at playing cards. Under those circumstances, not only will spinning give you a basis upon which to make your decisions because you can go pure chippy V, but also if you wanted to sort of go for gold, as it were, and try and remove the ICM sort of exploits that your opponents might be able to apply, you can play your hand closer to chippy V. You can play closer to spins. However, once you get heads up, there's no more chippy V. There's no more ICM, and that aspect in particular is going to make you a much better tournament player. Getting heads up, and very often in my career as a commentator, I have done commentary for online and offline poker many times since, for years and years and years. And a lot of the time, you will see extremely good tournament players go heads up and then make some pretty glaring mistakes in the heads up segment. It's because it's not something they get a chance to practice as often. But yes, what you're saying in essence is accurate. Yeah. Maniac's Mansion goes on to say, Imo, this does not apply here. I'm also thinking as soon as he bets on the river, he is competing for the pot, and that he has no option after that if he is called, i.e. he can't fold or muck unless I would raise him. If I just call his bet, it is showdown, and he is obliged to show first. Yeah, like I said, it's different everywhere. In the same way that in some casinos, if you hold your chips and you move them forward, that's considered forward motion, and what's in your hand is considered a bet. That's not a rule that we apply in for PokerStars European Poker Tour, for example. The betting line is also a thing that kind of changes from casino to casino. Some places will say if the chips go over the line, that's a bet. Even if you drop the chips or whatever. I would put that in the same category. Yeah, it is my birthday. Thank you, Swedish Nature. I win, yeah, but does he have to show when he calls his bet? That's the question. You're obligated to show your cards in a tournament if it's an all-in. Yeah, right. I mean, if there's an all-in and there is cards to come, it's always shown. That's never a muck situation. It's always a river one. That clears it up. We were trying to look up an official rule, but ended up with very different results. Yeah, it's gonna be really different. I think another really good example is the straddle rule as well. In some casinos you can straddle, in some casinos you can in a cash game. In some casinos you're allowed to chop the pot between the small blind and the big blind. Strag explains to me that this was to do with the way that the pot was raked, even though I think it's fucking stupid. But yeah, there you go. If that helps, I hope that helps. All right, let's play a few more, guys, and we'll call it wraps for today. And at the end of the day, we've put in a session here. We've won some EVs so far today, but it's just been tough, guys. I mean, we're literally flopping a straight flush draw. Sorry, straight and flush draw. And the guy's literally flopping king queen. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Like, give him a set, give him two pair, whatever. Did you see how much equity we end up having, like, against his hand as well, even after he has the nuts? Perfect. Thanks, Jakers. Appreciate it. Help One says, I think MCC regs are way too spewy heads up and don't play proper ranges. Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, I've done commentary on some very, very good tournament players, and they get heads up. And like you know, they were playing cards and they were doing it the way that they wanted to do it. But from a heads up perspective, I think a lot of it was pretty weak. I have done commentary on players that I would consider to be like, you know, really, really top online grinders for the stakes that they play. And then the heads up aspect of it is kind of wild. Button's gonna bet the flop. Facho's gonna shove a flush draw. Swedish Nature asking how young am I getting? Still 21. Can you believe it? After all this time, still 21. How many kings in this deck? All right, queens. All right, one more game. One more game for Thursday. Last game of the day, chats. Young and wise. I'd like to think so. Poker has been very hard recently. It's annoying me. The 3.5 big blind open. Terrified. Absolutely terrified. No, thank you. We're putting in 3.5. 3.5x. Come here just to almost win. I came to rake it in. All right, heads up. Can we get a hand to play here, please? KTT. Let's try and run the Queen 8 here. We will not be folding Jack 9 of diamonds. We will not be folding Jack 9 of diamonds. This guy can definitely just have like Queen Jack, Queen 10. Does a king check the turn in position? I guess that means it was a good fold. Dominated again with 10 tray. Wow. All right, that is it for today, chat. Let's take a look at some results. So first things first, the big graph. All right, big graph says this. Still making a little bit of progress here today, but not that much. Let's take a look at the actual day graph as well. So today in chips. Today in chips, we did win some EV. We did. We ended up winning about 28 chips per game, which is really nice, but really struggling right now, guys. Cannot seem to get the momentum to go up the way that we have in the past right now. I mean, when you're flopping a straight flush draw against the nuts, you know, it does strike me as a pretty clear spot where we are going to be losing chips. And there's not really a lot we can do to control that. And I do feel like we've been running into big hands pretty much nonstop. I feel like we've made a lot of very good bluffs in the last couple of sessions as well that were picked off. I think that generally I feel good about the way that we're playing today, but it doesn't feel very fun right now because I feel like we're being punished in a lot of very boring spots, and it's kind of like putting a damper on like all of the moments where we're actually doing something clever and smart and you know, somewhat skillful. I would go so far as to say I think we've had a lot of small multipliers against regs. Small multipliers against regs are just going to be pure variance, right? At the end of the day, it's pretty hard for a reg to mess up the most commonly played spots in circumstances where they end up being very push fold, right? One of the things that I like about spinning goes is inexperienced players will say stuff like, oh, spinning goes are easy, it's just all push fold. That's just not true, full stop. In fact, that shows a lot of ignorance to do with the game in general. However, in the 2x multipliers, it does very quickly become a push fold game, especially when you're playing against a reg and you kind of are at the mercy of the cards that you're dealt. So having a combination of many games with regs, many games at lower multipliers, we're not going to actually have much control over where the EV goes in many cases. On aggregate, after 10,000 games, it will make a big difference. You'll see that, you'll see better players, winning slightly more. However, I think we are still kind of doing the right thing. And, in circumstances where we are feeling like we're not doing well, it's always nice to remind ourselves of our long-term results. So if we filter instead from the start of the merge, this is when spinning goes became a mix of reg speed and flash. Let's get rid of the non-showdown so it's easier to read. We're doing a lot right. We're just stuck in a flat spot, which happens from time to time, and that's another kind of variance that we have to deal with. It's all good. Tony Tyson says, "Happy birthday, Nick. Hope you get some new guitars and a good meal." What else do you want? Winning is winning time, yeah. So we've had big rushes before, as Tom says, right? From point A, from here to here. I mean, this is a mammoth swing. And for all the flat spots that we incur here, we're also going to encounter those. What I would say is, since we've moved up to the 25s, we're playing way more regs, way more often, especially at the times that we're choosing to play right now. And that's also going to have an impact on what it's possible to win. So really, it's just going to come down to more variance to battle, more volume to battle the variance, as per usual. And I need to get my confidence back here a little bit, guys. When you're just running into it loads, you do start to feel a little bit demoralized. I think demoralized is a better word to describe it. Less to do with confidence and more demoralized. Ignorance is bliss in this world, yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming to hang out with me, guys. Thank you for joining me for another Spin and Go stream. Tomorrow, I might do a stream, I might not. Tomorrow, I am doing a stream for the Hippodrome Casino in London, Leicester Square. We are going to be doing a cash game stream tomorrow where I'll be calling in remotely to help Carrie Jane call the action, and that will probably be from like 7 till midnight at least. So tomorrow is a bit up in the air. See how I feel. I would like to put in some more volume. Like I said, I think we're hitting around 1,500 games at this point, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but we can always make that up sort of off stream. Anyway, I'm going to clock off for today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Good luck at the tables if you're going to play. And yeah, look, it's difficult for me to be... I find it very difficult not to be myself on stream. I try and be as authentic as possible. It's difficult for me to feel this way on stream because I feel like when I'm feeling demoralized, I can't fake it and I can't not show that. And I don't think that's the right thing to do either, to try and fake how you feel on stream. But despite that, we're just kind of getting through a bunch of boring stuff, right? We're getting through the boring stuff, and sometimes in poker you have to play through the boring stuff so you can enjoy all the fun stuff. So despite the fact I may look a little bit disengaged, a little bit demoralized, this is all just part of the grind, guys, like any other day, and it's fine. And this is also part and parcel to why we have bankroll management the way we do. We currently have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of buy-ins to deal with this sort of flattening. We're also unlocking chests at an alarming rate these days. We're actually almost already unlocked another 125 chest, which will also help bolster our results. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I love you all very much. Keep the faith. I'll do the same. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep an eye on the social media. It might be tomorrow. If it's not, I'll see you guys for the Hippodrome stream tomorrow evening. And yeah, we'll see how we go. I love you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.